plus or minus death every day. 150,000, that's so many. But if you are still here, hearing this word, and to those of you who are in the Facebook, Messenger, or whatever media is, if you are hearing this word, regardless of what strata in life you are, this is a temporary home.
That's right.
There is a better place that is prepared for us. In 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 13. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1 Peter chapter 5, did I say? No, it should be chapter 5, verse 1 to 3. I put them together, I'm sorry. Ministration. Oh, did you? I'm sorry. We are not done with 2 Kings chapter 5. Chapter 18. We just heard verse 5, right? And I say through 7. Let's go back to 2 King because I want to finish that word that Hezekiah did in his lifetime. Chapter 18. 2 King, chapter 18, verse 5, 6, and 7.
Verse 6 says, And he clung to Almighty Yah. He did not turn away from following him, but guarded his commands, which Almighty Yah had commanded Moses. And Almighty Yah was with him. Wherever he went, he acted wisely, and he rebelled against the sovereign of Asher, and did not serve him.
He cleaved to Father Yah, meaning he did the commandments of Father Yah religiously. Wherever he goes, wherever he goes, he do the will of the Father. And all his life, he was prospered. You know, sometimes we want prosperity, isn't it? But we don't want to do the things that required on us to prosper in our works. How is that? Just like when you were in school. You know, you want to pass, but you don't want to do whatever the teacher is saying.
Wake up.
The same thing in the faith. James said, what is faith without work? How can you say to your children, this is the faith of Yeshua HaMashiach living in you, and they cannot find any good thing from you? Is that the legacy you're going to leave to your children? You know, we are parents. Sometimes we chase the world, hoping and praying that we can leave something to our children, right? There's no wrong with that. But do first what is required of you as a parent. In the Deuteronomy, it says, teach the word of Father Yah to your children when? When you wake up in the morning. When you walk with them. When you eat with them. And when you sleep. Lay down at night. It means to say it is every day task for each and every one of us who is now parents. But no. We leave our children just like that. We went to our work before the sun goes up, and we arrive from work. The sun goes down. Now, are we going to blame ourselves? Whom do you think Father Yah is going to blame? Because if we as the children of Father Yah, do first what is required of us every day. In this life is what Father Yah wants us to have. You ask yourself why your wife is acting up, why your husband is acting up, why your children is acting up, why your sibling is acting up, why everything is acting up, and I can tell you honestly, you are going to find a way to reason out why. But first, you need to go and see yourself in the mirror to see who is going to be blamed at the end of the day. Hezekiah trusted Father Yahweh with all his heart, with all his might, and with all his strength. If we can consider that as a good example, yes, he was. That's why in 1 Peter, the one we are going to go, take a look. It is Peter who is saying this. Now, among all the disciples, only Peter was married. He's the only one. So if there's a problem about husband and wife, Peter can say something. If there's a problem being a disciple, Peter can say something. That's why let us hear what Peter said. Minister Shandon, 5 verse 1 to 3. 1 Peter.
Therefore, as a fellow elder and a witness of the sufferings of Messiah, and also a sharer of the esteem that is to be revealed, I appeal to the elders among you. Shepherd the flock of Elohim, which is among you, serving as overseers, not by compulsion, but voluntarily, not out of greed for filthy gain, but eagerly, neither as being masters over those entrusted to you, but being an example to the flock.
Being an example to the flock. Whom did he call? Is it he called the children? The elders. Now, who among you can raise their hand and consider yourself the elders? Now, I can say if you are 50 years old or 40 years old, you can consider yourself an elder. You know better, right? And if you are a parent, you should know better in front of your children. It says, we should be a good example to the flock. Now, who is your flock in the first place if you are living in your house? Who is the flock? The children. What will be your legacy to tell to your children if you cannot even do good thing in front of them? Now, during my time, if I told myself when I was young, I said, if I can pick a parent, I will not pick my parents. That's me being a child. Why? Because I want fried chicken, and now my parent can give fried chicken. That's why I said if I can pick a parent, but then I will not pick my parents. I will pick somebody who had the money to buy me fried chicken. What I mean is, your children did not pick you as their parent. But Father Yah picked you to be their parents. Do you know why Father Yah told Abraham that his children will be blessed, and whom he blessed will be blessed, and whom he cursed will be cursed? Because Father Yah knows that Abraham will teach his children the word of God. So if we are lacking before, now I'm not putting you, blame now because now you know better. If we are lacking before and you are listening to this sermon, you have still time to do what is right. You can still redeem those time to do what is right. But before you do, just like our rabbi said to Kippah, strengthen yourself. Be converted, and then you go back to strengthen your brothers and the believers. The same thing with you. Strengthen first yourself. As I've said, we cannot share what we don't have. If there is no love in you, baby, you cannot share love. And the only one who can give you love is not the love of the world. It is the love from Him. Because it was written, Father Yah is love. So it is not the question how we live long on this earth. Moses said, we live on this earth 3 scores. That is 60. We are lucky if we have plus 10, which is 70. Luckier if we live through 80. But no matter how short, our rabbi just lived 33 plus or minus years, isn't it? According to the history. And he just started to preach when he was 30 years old. So if we take into context how long did he preach, just barely past more than 3 years. And yet John said, if we are going to write everything that our rabbi said, no library on the earth can fill it up. I don't know if it is hyperbole or what, but it's still, we know the story. What I'm saying is, whatever we can do now, do it. Especially so for our children, for our siblings. Make our life mission to teach them the word of Father Yahweh. If you have just only one that you can talk to about the word of Father Yahweh, make your life mission. At least when you die on this earth, you can say to Father Yah, I have somebody hope to bring back to you. You don't know what the word will be in the hands or in the minds of that person. You are asking Father Yah to have mercy on them. Be a good example. Not the reason or the cause of being this stumbling block. Because our rabbi said it is better for you to have a stone in your neck and be thrown away into the sea than being a stumbling block for your brother or sister. In Hebrews chapter 11, Hebrew chapter 11, verse 13 and 14. Now we know that Hebrew 11 is the chapter of faith, isn't it? Apostle Saul is talking so many characters here that lived before us. How they lived their life on earth with faith. That's why in verse 13, this is what he said for them. Minister Jones, Shandon?
In belief, all these died, not having received the promises,